What was it? Risk takers. 112. And then I'll check out the Sheriff Woody thing. Jesus, it's an hour. This better be good. I'll give it a minute. Thanks to the resub
These
Dutch and
aggressive
Spanner.
killer bees have attacked and killed over 1,000 people in Latin America. Since their arrival in the United States, they have already killed 24 people.
Rookie numbers. Billy the Exterminator kills 24 people by accident.
In Arizona. It takes only a few seconds for thousands of angry, ferocious bees to launch an offensive attack.
This many bees and how insane they are would have killed us.
I'm an adrenaline junkie.
He's always taking risks. You just can't change someone's
If
personality.
he was really taking risks, he'd be out there fucking naked like he's spring breaking. Can't say I'm impressed.
You're done for. Let's get him.
Yeah, I like to take risks, which is why I'm out here in full medieval armor.
He risks his life on every job
Pussy.
to keep us safe.
Thanks for the resub, Demigod. That was wholesome, man. Thank you, Demigod. This show looks pretty wild. How have I never heard of this? How has no one recommended this?
Hoarding Buried Alive, owned by the Roaches. It's got tier.
I've seen that one, actually. Just can't watch Cooking with Hoarders. I'll forgive you,
As
Kicks.
the sun rises in Arizona, it's the start of another busy day for Reed Booth. With his assistant Jim aboard, he heads off to go remove killer bees that are disrupting people's lives. Reed lives on the outskirts of Bisbee.
What an appropriate name for a bee removal expert. The guy lives in Bisbee. That's like some comic book shit.
This town used to be a busy copper mining town, but when the facilities
Thanks for the
closed
5
down
gift
their
subs, Kuda.
operations
Jesus,
30
man.
years ago, Bisbee became
Appreciate
a
it.
haven for artists and retirees. Today, the entire state of Arizona is saturated with killer bees.
In the state of Arizona alone, they estimate there are between 4 and 5 million wild Africanized hive, with each hive containing an average of 40 to 60,000 bees.
Holy shit. That's good, though. Bees are super
First
good.
job today is in
That's
the
great
neighboring
news,
town of
actually. We should be
Sierra Vista.
celebrating. Or unless killer bees are bad because they don't pollinate.
Reed and
Maybe,
his
I don't know.
assistant Jim
I feel
put
like
on
a
their
cosmic
protective bee suits
vagina,
to avoid
getting
being
banged by the
stung.
whole world.
Universe, Teresa. You're not thinking big enough. Cosmic vagina banged by universe. It's like you didn't even listen to Frank.
Bees flying around, and then when you
They don't
show them
pollinate?
where
Fuck
they
these
were,
bees,
you
then.
hear 'em underneath. Yeah, you can hear
Giving the hard-working bees a bad name. The Honey Nuts Cheerios guy doesn't deserve to have his name slandered with these fucking disgusting killer bees.
Oh, yeah.
Useless freeloaders.
Well, I can see a couple of them buzzing around, so they've got to be under here somewhere.
Thanks for the prime potato.
Oh, there they are. I'm not getting any closer. Well, my bee suit on.
Does he say world? I thought he said universe. Maybe I didn't listen.
You'll be fine. Smarter than
Way over there.
I am, my dear. So I'll go ahead and tie into it, and we'll take care of it, and then I'll.
Thanks for
come
the
and knock
prime
on the door.
howling and the resub, Brett.
Reed never knows how aggressive a hive
And
is
the
going
tier
to
1
be
sloth.
until
Appreciate
he
it, man.
actually starts to remove it.
Crazy bunch of bees. Okay, bees.
Well, why relocate them then? If they don't pollinate, just fucking exterminate. If they don't want to work for their place in the food chain, get them
First,
out.
they have to remove these construction supplies to find the beehive.
Oh, they're getting off the chain a little bit here.
That's too risky? How is it too risky to just take like a fucking flamethrower and torch the area?
Any bees over there? Skedaddle, they're getting mean. Oh, Lord. Here they are. They're attacking. Oh, man, I can smell that venom.
The strong
Yeehaw.
smell of venom reminds Jim to make sure his suit is well zipped up.
Nothing gets my dick hard like smelling some killer bee venom in front of my face.
While lifting these sharp objects, they have to be extra careful not to rip their suits, or the killer bees could get in.
Check out Insane
point.
Shopping Cart Racing. It's wild.
Seen it.
Off the chain.
Carts of Darkness, yeah? That was actually a really cool documentary.
My nose. God dang it all. Oh, they're nuclear, dude.
They're not coming in, so
No, you're good. Can you see? I mean, I can see on your mask how they're like
I know I can
trying to sting.
smell that venom.
Yeah, I can smell the venom.
So how did killer bees differentiate so wildly from regular bees?
Since Jim is new
They
to
don't
the job,
pollinate.
Reed explains to him
How?
your breath
Why?
attracts the bees to your
That's like a
face.
bee's entire purpose.
These guys are off the chain. Yeah, look at that.
They don't even make honey?
What they do is
What do they do? Smoke weed and play Fortnite? What kind of fucking freeloading, useless creatures are these things?
It's combined with why they go for dark colors is because their natural enemies are bears, right? And
They do make honey? Fuck, no, I don't even know who to believe. Which one of you is a registered
The
zoologist?
most sensitive part on a bear, nose and mouth. CO2 comes out of the nose and mouth on all mammal. In fact, I've done an experiment where I'll have a tube going
Have
down
you
my
ever
suit
watched the Legend
to
of
my
Zelda
boot,
animated show where
to my
Link is a
mouth,
pervert?
with a screen on the end and they attack my boot.
Well, he's not like a pervert mechanically, but yeah, I've seen that show a little bit. Thanks for the resub, Fanoid.
Wow.
Yeah, imagine if
Amazingly
all these
enough,
bees
they're
subbed.
still looking for the hive.
Well, not under there.
What a thought.
Maybe
Thanks for the
they're in
resub,
one of
operator.
these.
I don't know where the heck they are. Oh boy.
Wow.
Welcome aboard,
Oh, I think they're in here.
Reynold. Thanks for the tier 1, man.
Oh, you could be right. That's why this was so heavy.
Yeah.
And Jorge. Appreciate it.
There.
They think they've located the hive.
Yep, there it is.
Oh, bingo.
Look at them come. Look at this is off.
Wow.
Look at this.
They're off the chain.
I hope the cameraman's in a full tactical suit like this, otherwise he's super fucked, or he's the strongest X-Men there is. Immune to bee stings.
I've seen. This is unbelievable.
All right, you want me to get a bucket, boss?
Yeah, let's get a bucket.
And apparently this cameraman is super short because this camera is at like their nipples right now.
Bucket and a,
Do they have a child filming
You
this?
should watch some turban throat singing.
I like throat singing actually.
This is
It's not
the
like
beehive.
super entertaining though.
Reed normally tries to save the honey, but these bees need to be calmed down first.
Come on out, let's party.
For a brief moment, his nose touches his screen.
Oh, damn it. Right on the nose. They want you dead. Period. They do not stop once they've driven you away.
Fuck, I shouldn't have tried to headbutt them.
They want
Son of a
something.
bitch.
Damn it, that hurts. Right on the end of the nose is one of the worst spots you can get it, and I got it good. You little monsters.
I'd be so pissed off right now. This guy's handling it like a
One of the
champ.
worst spots you- And now, of course, they're attacking that spot because of the venom. God bless it. Oh, that hurts. Right on the end of the damn nose.
Okay, now keep in mind when I say this, I am not a registered killer bee scientist, but if I was designing the
Right in the end.
the suits of armor against this menace, I certainly wouldn't put holes in the face mask. I'd make it out of like glass or something, like an astronaut's helmet. So that way I couldn't accidentally get stung on my nose because I bent over too
Using
far.
smoke, Jim convinces the bees that their hive is on fire. Instinctively, they go back inside
Let's
to
make a
salvage their
deal.
Thanks for the
food.
tier 1 prickly
As they
kindness.
gorge on the honey,
6'2" and
the
bald,
bees
I'll
become
give you 3
lethargic and
inches
less
of my
aggressive.
height for a permanent 3 inches of your hair.
To be honest with you.
Ooh, Jesus, Bushido, that's tough, because
After
I'm
a
growing
few
my hair
minutes,
out real
the
long.
throbbing pain of a sting gets worse.
That'd suck.
Bleeding. Yeah.
No deal, Bushido. Thanks for
Bastards.
the gift sub
I mean, I'm gonna
freelance.
look like Bozo the Clown probably by the end of the day here.
No oxygen?
It really
Then
is
put an
amazing how much
literally just give him
venom
astronaut
is
suits then,
very
fuck it.
similar to rattlesnake venom. And if I get stung right between the eyes and the forehead, both of my eyes swell shut. And it feels literally like
Like, why don't they just dress up like Nautilus from League of Legends, like that entire underwater apparatus shit?
All your attention, you can't even think.
Why not? Yeah, it'd be a little heavy, but
This many bees and
so
how
what?
insane they are,
Get some real men to
would've
wear it
killed
and
us.
take down the
We would
bees.
have all been dead by now. And so, thank God for the bee suits. In my bee suit, I'm Superman. But without it, I'm running right next to you.
Killer bees are actually a
bees aren't
fuck
the
up by
only
a
killers
biologist
Reed and
who
Jim
wanted
have
to
to
make
deal
bees
with.
that would adapt
They find a
to
venomous
tropical
centipede.
conditions better while they still are pollinators. They are really territorial.
Is that a fact, Shrumu? Is that a real, genuine fact that you didn't just make up on the spot?
Their bite is like 100 times worse than a
I'm so happy I've been seeing your streams live recently. It's making me feel better in light of recent events. Keep up the good shit.
Appreciate the kind words. I hope the recent events aren't too bad.
Reed won't
Wishing
be
you the
able
best,
to
man.
save the honey. The bees are too wild. Because
So
he doesn't
science
like
has
to
reached
use
the
poison,
point where we
Reed
can
uses
genetically
soapy
fuck
water
up an
to drown
entire
bees, which
species and
kills
make them mean?
instantly.
All right, you nasty bees.
Good.
Black Widow, everybody's going down.
We don't know how many
Thanks to the
stings
Prime
it takes
Silver
to kill a
Dread.
person.
There are people, one sting kills them.
And Poon
Some
Destroyer.
people 10. Some people 40. Then there's the guy who took 3,700 stings and lived.
Oh dear, so really bad, huh?
Oh my gosh. Nuclear.
Really?
I wouldn't go back there for about a week.
Oh really?
Yeah, I mean,
They
we
pollinate and
killed
make honey
almost
just
all of them.
like any
There's
other
still a few
bee.
flying around
They
there.
are
Yeah,
more
there's one right
aggressive.
there.
A mix of
Come in.
Europe bees and East African bees.
I know.
Chat is wrong.
They're just something
Okay,
else
thank
I'll
you
tell
for the
right
quick
now.
clarification,
The
Matrix.
last time I went out, and I'm standing there and I heard one buzzing.
I wouldn't
and it got
trust
in my
this lady.
ear, and
She
I'm
might
going
be
like
a
this, and I ran
group
in
of
the
killer
house, and I'm
bees in
sitting there, and I'm
disguise.
going,
Like the cockroach
"Something's
from
in
Men
my
in
ear."
Black.
I went and got a comb, and I had
Combed
one.
it out.
Yeah, it was dead, but
Oh, really?
I
You did?
whacked it. I didn't get stung, but I whacked it.
Ouch. You're seeing the tip of the iceberg. All right. Do
The
not go
idea
near it
of
because
pissing
an
balls.
average hive has 40 to 60,000 bees in it.
Considered it.
The
Happy
next
birthday,
job
man.
is in the
Early
middle of a
birthday.
residential area where the
Reset
bees are
random
frightening
JoJo.
people in neighboring homes.
Let's go take a peek at it and see what the situation is.
Killer bees have a large attack range of several hundred yards. The owners of the house Reed has been called to are away, so it's up to him to investigate the problem on his own.
Oh, it looks like I've identified the problem. You've got a killer bee problem.
The problem
That'll
is
be
obvious.
$2,000, please.
Reed notices the gap
As well
between
as
the
gas.
brick wall and the roof eaves. This is the door to the beehive, so he needs to seal the bee's entrance. That neighbor is way too close.
Jesus, get out of there, lady!
Damn it, right on the nose again.
Reed gets stung again through his net.
I think that's just his fetish, getting stung on the nose.
Scrape it out.
He pulls the bee stinger out.
The Africanized bee was nicknamed a killer bee because of their tendency to defend the hive to the nth degree. They will attack with such ferocity and not just wound or drive away intruders, they will kill them and then keep stinging the corpse, whether it's a
That's
dog,
hardcore.
a horse, or a person.
That's like some CIA
Well,
trained
what we've done is
bees
entomb
right
the
there.
bees inside of the wall.
God damn.
Because this is a brick wall. They're living in the bricks, and
Is that
there's
old
no way
tennis
to remove
player
them without
lady
tearing
still
the house
in
down,
danger
but
close
they don't wanna do
proximity?
that. So we seal them in, and they die in the wall. Honey lasts forever. They found honey in the tombs of Tutankhamun.
Hi
in Egypt.
Charles, remember
And
me?
So
Have
it
you
lasts
seen
forever.
Operation
It's not gonna go
Brian?
bad, it's not gonna
Before I
smell.
highly
The
recommend
bees will
that show.
die. They're
It's
just
so
little
staged,
insects
it's
that'll dry out.
hilarious.
No biggie.
Yeah, it's true
Thinking
TV.
their
I'm not a
job
huge
is
fan.
almost over, Jim sets up a bee trap, using a pheromone to
Thanks
attract
for the
and
resub,
capture
Shadow
the
Kid.
remaining bees. But the bees coming back from the field keep accumulating.
Oh my god. We're gonna have to get bigger traps. About 10 times this size.
The
Have
trap
you
Jim
watched
placed is
Butterfly
already full.
Martians? It's weird and there's
Realizing
full
the entrance to
episodes
their
on
hive is
YouTube.
blocked, the angry
Love
bees
you,
continue
Charlie.
to attack
I actually
Reed
watched it
and
when it
Jim.
aired occasionally. It's a really bad show. It's not super
Reed
fun to
sprays
watch
liquid
back,
soap on
though.
the bees,
It's just
which
kind of
covers
boring.
their pores with a film that suffocates them immediately.
Thanks for the resub, Sushi Wolf.
Yeah, they're insane. Let's kind of keep an eye out for pedestrians. In a residential area like this, it's really bad. I mean, they bomb waiting to go off. These bees could have killed somebody. But the traps are working well. Oh, look at them attack. Oh, look at that. I got one bee that stung my glove. Her stinger is out, and she is literally disemboweling herself as she's trying to... There she goes. She'll go die.
Stupid bee.
The worker bee stings his victim with his
What the
behind.
fuck?
The stinger has barb hooks that allow it to anchor inside the victim's flesh. The bee then pumps the venom from its poison gland. After stinging, the bee is held back by its barb hooks. Struggling to release itself, part of the bee's abdomen gets pulled out.
So they made an entire
When a bee
animation
stings you,
for that bee that accidentally
it's
killed
kamikaze
itself.
mission. She loses her life.
Man, that
Left
bee must be
behind are
so
the stinger
embarrassed right now.
And the muscles controlling the venom gland. These muscles continue to work autonomously to pump venom into the skin. An alarm pheromone is also released to mark the victim, so that more bees can come and attack.
That pheromone travels very quickly through the air, and so...
Why didn't humans ever develop this kind of technology? Like our tailbone extends when we want it to, like we flex our ass cheeks real hard, we extend a barbed stinger from our tailbone, just secrete poison when we need to. That seems so efficient.
Insane, and they are
That would have taken the Rikishi Stinkface in the WWE to the highest level.
soak them, and they're not getting out, so I don't know.
Bees form gangs and raid other
We're gonna get out
hives.
Mr.
Killer
Soapy,
bees
the,
are the worst
compressor,
offenders of this
and just
real asshole.
soak these guys down completely.
Yeah, this entire episode here is making me not like killer bees. I didn't know about them until this episode, but right now I don't think they're the best things. I don't like
had
them.
instances where when the bees are this insane that we've had to get the fire department out and police department and cordon off a 4 to 6 block radius, go door to door and tell people to stay in their homes until we get this under control. These bees are still attacking even after being what would normally be defeated, but I can see them. They're all over the neighbors' houses and just flying all over the place. It's not good. But of course, we've knocked their numbers down dramatically from what they were initially.
While most
You can't
jobs
leave
only
any
take about
survivor.
30 minutes.
Jesus,
Reed
survivors.
and Jim have been on this job for over 3
Really
hours.
fucked up that word.
They have to make sure the area is safe before they leave.
We will take care of it. We will defeat them. It just is. It's being a little bit of a trial here. God,
Well, yeah, there's like 1,000
bees
fucking
so
killer
far, and
bees
that's just,
per square inch of that
ridiculous.
house.
In the end, it takes 3 bee traps to
Thanks for the
complete the
Prime
job.
Peak.
Well, finally, we defeated them.
There comes a point where they're actually defeated. They know that they have lost, and the remaining bees will not attack.
Cowards.
They will bunch up together, usually in a corner or something. And
Yeah,
just
group hug
talk
in the
about,
shower.
Oh, that was the worst day we ever had.
Yeah,
Well,
whatever.
we're
What
relieved right now
losers.
that we have a fellow
They don't
named
even
Jim
fight
that
till
is,
the last
Reed's
man.
assistant, and
Genghis
we've
Khan
been
would have
training
beheaded
him
those
for
bees
about
for that
3
kind of
weeks, and
betrayal.
It's working out really wonderfully so far.
It's hard to find someone because you have to be
Not a video
little bit
suggestion,
crazy.
but did you know
You
that
have to
one
be
of the
fearless.
top-selling Steam games last month
It was incredible.
was a
They were
hentai game?
attacking me
I did not know
like,
that.
I mean, like it was hail, and I looked at Reed and I said, I think I'm gonna run. And he said, just calm down, keep your heart rate down. The bees apparently feel the fear in a person, and there was the venom was just, it was off the chain.
I gotta send
and
a
I was
tactical text
very
message real
scared.
quick.
And I looked over at him, and he was standing in his bee suit like this, with these tens of thousands of bees bouncing off him. And he just said, "Boss, is this how it's supposed to be?" And I kind of chuckled. I said, "Yep, that's it." So
Pay for the
went
Wooden
back to
Skater
work.
video.
And I got stung
I
about
think I
20
messed up
times,
the link,
18
so
times,
here
because
you
the
go.
suit was
Oh, okay. Sounds good,
sticking to
Fluff.
my skin.
He didn't freak out. He felt like it, but he didn't.
Those people who tell you not to take chances are missing out on what life is all about.
Killing
And that
killer
is risk,
bees.
and that is going out there and experiencing different things. And I love adventure, and I love danger. And this job
Nice,
is
man.
perfect for me.
Reed's next job is at a
Nothing
tall
more
control
dangerous than
tower
being a
on the
Reddit
Arizona-Mexico
warrior.
border.
Sometimes you see really scary and
Only 6
mean
miles
comments.
from the border here, so
So this man's not really living the most dangerous life I could envision. Probably doesn't even have
Escorted
50k
to the
comment
site by
karma.
the
He hasn't
Border
really
Patrol
seen
agents.
the dangers of this
It's
world.
good to meet you, Danny. Good to meet you. We'll go down and take care of them bees. Okay. You want to get up there with me? And I forgot my walkie-talkies, but I think we might have some around. But you know, I can always yell at it.
Brought mine. I got
Thanks for the
Okay,
prime,
okay.
He meets
Captain.
Chewie, the crane operator.
very good.
Well, let's head on down and get her done.
Okay.
There are often dangerous drug smugglers or illegal aliens trying to cross the border.
Wait, so they not only stop killer bees, but they stop illegal immigration?
This is an 80-footer, right?
My partner.
Damn, these guys are a
tried to
jack of all
find me. He
trades.
got up there.
James.
Yeah, he's been stung a few times. He got nervous. He come down pretty quick.
Yeah, I bet you he did. It's a beehive waiting to happen, Bill. I mean, I've
You
been,
know what?
I've done like 10 of these
When they put
towers.
this up, they didn't think about these.
Of course, nobody does. Okay, Chewie, I think we're ready to go up.
Working 80 feet above the ground, they'll have little room to maneuver. If one of their protective suits is compromised, they'll have nowhere to run and hide.
Okay, you're all zippered in good?
Yes, sir.
The bees are starting to attack.
You guys might want to get in. These bees are bad. He got stung. Randy's getting stung.
Even Chewie, the crane operator, has already been stung.
We have a drill and an epinephrine pin, so if you start feeling weird, just let us know.
Oh, is he allergic? Why would they have the allergic man operating the crane while being bombarded by killer bees?
These are ridiculous. My lord. I cannot believe how many stingers I have in my hand.
Thanks for the prime,
It's
Elia.
starting to rain. This tower could be
Eliza
a lightning
from the
rod.
resub Derek.
I just hope we don't get soaked because our suits will stick to our
Oh, and then we'll
skin.
get what? Stung?
It's not just for allergies. Oh.
Gee, can you imagine climbing up that ladder, Jim, and being stuck up there with them damn things?
Reed is unable to use smoke up here to calm the bees because it's too windy.
I have thousands of stingers in here. It's got to be a big hive. Just from the amount of protection that they're putting
Jesus
out.
Christ, this is a really tall tower.
We got about another 15 feet to go, Chewie.
Did the bees construct this to make it harder for people to get rid of them?
Roger that.
How do people handle bee
Chewie
stings so
reacts badly to
casually?
his stings. The guys could get stuck up there.
Jesus Christ, if I got stung on my nose and face and eyelids, I'd be fucking going nuts like I just got hit with a
Straight up, and
taser.
then we'll get a little closer to the pole, Chewie.
Expert technique, that's why he's the professional.
Oh,
The
this.
squeegeeing it.
Oh, my lord. Could you give me... Ouch. Damn it, I got stung in the shoulder. Bastard. enough to piss me off. Could you give me an expanding foam?
Yes, sir.
Sir?
Bees don't even sting that hard? I thought it was comparable to a wasp sting. Wasp stings hurt like a bitch.
Insane. Probably have the whole damn hive out already.
This bee entrance is too large to fill with his expanding foam, so Reed packs the hole with a screen. This also keeps the birds from poking holes in it.
I'll make a little screen.
Get the whipped cream in there. Jesus Christ, it's time sensitive. Chewie's literally dying down there at the bottom of the
With
crane.
the bees now sealed inside the tower pole, Chewie brings them back to the ground.
Boy, they're still attacking Chewie pretty good.
I cannot believe all these stingers in my hand. Look at that. There's just hundreds and hundreds of them. Hey, Chewie.
Uh-huh.
Nothing but fun, huh?
Lots of fun, yes sir, lots of fun.
How many times did you get stung?
3 times.
3 times in the
Hey, not bad.
Yeah.
It's a rite of passage.
Also my ear here. Yeah.
Oh, darn it. We have some sting stuff that we'll put on it.
Okay.
It'll help.
It will help. That, yeah, I need it because...
These things can kill you, can't
Oh
they?
yeah, they're killers, man.
But killer bees don't respect borders. It all started in faraway Brazil.
Oh, is this the
Africanized
patient
bees were
zero of
actually
killer
created.
bees?
There was an experiment that went wrong. In 1956, at the request of the Brazilian government, a Dr. MoistCr1TiKaL went to Africa.
What a
to bring
cool
back
name.
36 pure African queen bees.
That's a fucking awesome
because
name for a
European bees
supervillain.
were not
Warwick
good producers in
Kerr.
jungle conditions and very sickly.
So he crossbred these 2 types of bees. The result was a more productive, but more aggressive bee. Unfortunately, they escaped into the wild. These killer bees soon colonized Brazil and the other surrounding countries.
It's like a game of
By
Plague
1980,
Inc.
the entire
Holy
South
shit.
American continent was saturated with killer bees.
That's when the killer bee menace took over.
5 years later, the bees moved into Mexico.
Oh god, we're losing the US now.
By 1990, they had arrived in the US. Today, killer bees are prominent in 10 states in the southern US and are moving northward.
They have been found in
Oh,
Wisconsin.
hold on, now I gotta know. What he said they're more productive. Does that mean they still make honey and they make honey at even, or Jesus, pollinate, excuse me, and pollinate at an even faster rate? Oh, great spelling. I nailed it. Oh, well then, yeah, who cares? Let them have an attitude. I don't give a shit if they got small dick syndrome and are a little aggressive. If they're still pollinating, then fuck yeah, let their numbers increase. I don't mind going outside in my full hazmat suit to protect myself. Pollination is super fucking important. That's fine. I'm on Team Killer Bees
Killed a
again.
beekeeper in Connecticut. They've been found up in Seattle.
Thanks
So
for the
they've gone
prime,
up the coast because
Will
it's more
Sman
temperate.
and Hung Daddy
But,
Jones.
I believe that probably about half the states do have some Africanization at this point.
Reed has received an emergency call. He needs to go to an abandoned house full of bees which are creating havoc with the neighbors.
This guy travels everywhere.
Hi, Reed. Nice to meet you.
I guess that they're in that house since it's an abandoned house.
I wouldn't call them low budget Ricky and Billy. In fact, I think their budget is even bigger.
To the back.
Oh, so they're right by your backyard.
Thanks to the prime
Good
stolen.
Lord. Your pets, you got...
I got my dog over here tied up, so she should be okay. I
She
hope.
should be okay. If need be, can you take her in?
Yes, sir.
Have you been...
Why not just take her in as a
Sir,
precaution?
Me, my brother, and my brother-in-law were in the backyard, and
Just they went cuckoo on you, huh?
so we had to go in the house.
Oh yeah. Oh boy, I'm not getting any closer without my suit on. I'll bet you some rattlesnakes in there too, huh?
Yeah.
Did you take care of rattlesnakes?
Through your window.
Yeah. That's
Do you eat those?
I'll be inside watching.
Okay, buddy.
These
Thanks for the
kids
prime,
getting home
Jay.
from school
And the
are at
resub
risk.
skull.
They don't realize that killer bees are about to be unleashed.
Agreed skull. Thanks, man.
Of course, Reed
Oh,
won't
Jesus
start
Christ,
till
the
he
school
makes sure they're gone.
children are about to be killed by the bees.
This is ridiculous.
Cannon fodder. Unless Reed is using them as a distraction. Baiting the killer bees out of their hiding space. I've seen it in many spy movies.
Unless they're a Mojave, then they'll just probably strike. Watch these electrical wires. I don't know if they're hot or not, so stay away from them. All right, no snakes. We're good to go. Oh, my Lord. All right, there they are.
Man, the outside world looks
Alright,
scary. I wouldn't want to walk through that huge grass. There's probably like monsters in there and pedophiles. And like monster pedophiles or something. Just scary stuff hiding in that tall grass.
Going completely insane on us. That's right. It's a big old emergency, guys. Well, they're mean anyway.
There's Pokemon in the tall grass. Classic.
Ironically, though these bees can kill him, Reed still loves them.
Hi, guys.
Alright, what's up, team?
How's them bees, huh?
Reed gets stung again.
That's right, guys. Worry about the smoke, not me. This is too dangerous work. Whoa!
You know, I gotta respect the grind of the killer bees here.
Spectacular. That's right, guys. Your time has come.
This beehive has between 40 and 60,000 bees.
Really?
This is a worker bee. Being
Holy
born. There's one
shit.
there. There's
At
another
that
one
point,
there.
just give them the barn.
And they are
Just let it go to the bees. They've earned it.
That is a bee being born, right there.
Oh, am I allowed to watch
She's
this
chewing
on
away
Twitch?
the wax
Jesus.
Covering on her cell. There's a bee that was just
Oh,
born.
good. Thank you for the
Yeah, now they're
censorship.
talking. She's just fresh out and she's talking with the neighbors, with the other bees out. Yeah, you're
Oh god, are they making out?
Let me help clean your wings.
Jesus, don't mount her.
Yeah.
No!
Welcome to the world.
Thank
little
you.
Girl.
Close
They're
call.
born fully developed. They're born adults.
What?
Come here and look at this, Jim. Oh, her head's almost out. Look at that.
Bees don't have a childhood? They're literally born? Oh my god, full grown?
Here she comes to save the day. Bees are very neat creatures. They clean.
I had a really cool story idea that kind of emulates that, but I guess the killer bees stole from me, or maybe I inadvertently stole from them. I had this idea where a woman, or a man, it doesn't really matter, gets pregnant just spontaneously towards the end of her life. Like, she's 90 years old and she gets pregnant, and within 9 months she gives birth to a younger version of herself that keeps all of the memories she had. So she has immortality because she keeps rebirthing herself as like a 20-year-old woman once she reaches like 90. But it looks like the killer bees beat me to it.
The wild Africanized honey around here is absolutely delicious.
Reed and his wife Fabrienne have even opened up their own honey store in Bisbee.
Thanks, Michelle.
Honeybees are very important to our, not only our economy,
And thank you, Martian.
but
Sorry
our
I didn't
actual
see
food
that.
source. About 40% of what we eat is because bees have pollinated something.
Trademark it right now. Yeah, if someone steals it from me, I'll just I'll do what the guy for The Conjuring did and just sue.
Reed and Jim
I'll
have
wait
to
till it
work
makes a ton of
fast.
money and then I'll come
The
in with
neighbor's dog is
legislation.
tied up on the other side of the house and could get stung.
Please save the dog. I don't want to see Airbud get hurt.
Better brush a few bees off if you can. Oh, yeah. Oh, for chain, you guys. Whoa,
Jim gets stung.
Ooh, they're pissed now.
Ooh, I can smell
Hi
the
Critical, always been a fan since I was like 14. Lol, much love from Toronto.
Appreciate it, 50 cent. Schmint. 50 Schmint.
Though he loves his bees, the admiration is not mutual.
These mean hives like this are just kind of a pain. Ow, you little...
He's already been stung 8 times on this job alone.
Damn.
These are so mean, I think we're
That
just
sucks
gonna hold them
ass.
down. This is ridiculous.
Reed has he no longer has nerve endings. It's been replaced by bee venom.
Soapy water kills bees and does it very rapidly. But the honey then is fine. We do our best to save the honey. Successful once again. That's the thing about doing this work. You can't not be successful.
How much do they get paid? I don't know. Reed hasn't discussed it.
It's got to be 100% or...
Might get paid in sexual favors, might get paid in the honey they collect, to be honest. There's no telling.
Okay, everyone, do not open the door, obviously. There's no bounce. You saw that. I mean, that was just off the chain, dude.
Really something. I appreciate your help very much.
All right. Yeah, no problem.
You made this this little place here a little bit safer.
Thanks for the prime, Cuban.
Driving with a bee suit on is dangerous, but necessary when killer bees get into the truck.
We may as well roll down the windows and get rid of these little monsters, huh?
I hate when killer bees get into my car.
Get out of here so we can take our nets off anyway. Go on, get out of here. These guys were aggressive. Get, shoot.
Did Orochimaru? No, Orochimaru didn't rebirth himself like that.
Stream, you
Boys
should
want to
look
seek
up
out more
Funky
thrills and
Forest.
head off to the local
The
fair.
First Contact.
Sounds interesting.
Reed's the coolest.
I don't remember
boss
how
I've ever
Orochimaru
had.
went for
We'll go
immortality,
out
but I
and
don't think it was
work really hard. We'll do
rebirthing like
3 or
that.
4 or 5 jobs a day.
He did?
But
Fuck.
every day after work, we relax and enjoy life, and that's what it's all about.
Well, shit. Thanks for the resub, Sunbro Brolaire. What does this have to do with killing killer bees?
Sit her on down. Oh, I forgot my bee suit. Damn.
I guess it's just character development, maybe, to make me care more about Reed and the gym. Fine by me. They seem like nice guys. Thanks to the Prime, me Vale. I forgot all about New Zealand Patrol, but yeah, we'll watch some live PD in a
Reed
bit.
has an urgent job in the busy town of Tombstone.
Filler arc.
We should come because
Yeah.
it's right at the Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah.
In the old bank building, and I mean, I'm sure we're gonna have to block off the street or have the marshal out because it's a tourist town.
Is that product placement there, Reed? Is that your company, Killer Bee Honey?
Request that they the marshal go over and put more.
It'd be really cool if that is his company, if he stamped each one with where the honey came from in the episode of Risk Takers.
Okay, buddy.
Because I'd like to buy some Killer Bee Honey from the episode where he's getting stung like 30 times at the tower.
Later. All right, guys.
Add a little
let's
personal
go.
connection
Got,
to the honey.
Chef
Vortivask
Killer
is an
Bees
innocent
and Tombstone.
man.
Wow,
You gotta
these
go
are
up and
kinda
take care of
sicker,
this
not
right
gonna lie.
now.
Yeah, I didn't know bees were this wild. These things don't fuck, man.
The Tombstone Chamber of Commerce is downtown. There are people everywhere who could be attacked if the killer bees get out of control.
I don't know if we get too many.
Thanks for the
listeners, I'm
resub,
gonna wanna have
Blood
a mark
Flame.
on
Hey
there
Charlie,
somewhere.
been following
I
your
just
channel
don't
for
want
nearly
these bees to
10
go
years
cuckoo and sting
now.
somebody.
Just wanted to
Okay,
say thanks for all the
what
love.
we'll do-
Remember,
Well, thanks for the 10 years of
attack
watching,
radius
Raider.
bees is several hundred yards.
And we've seen the repo games, I
but they can
believe, Feral.
spread even further.
They just moved in. There's no. You can just keep looking
I
this
think,
way.
I'm not sure.
Okay, cool. Okay, appreciate it.
I'll check
Dad, I want a lot of smoke with this
after
because
this.
we're in a residential area and it could be. You never know when 400 tourists are gonna come by. Hey, Smokey.
What's up, Smokey?
Yeah, we'll let it burn. Woo, that's hot, huh? Whee, yeah, there goes the hair. I think
Jesus.
we're gonna have to seal up. You know.
Is he just burning the building down this
These
time?
are very.
Yeah, I got to the scene and felt, you know, I'm pretty tired. I don't want to hunt down 40,000 bees this time. I just burnt the whole goddamn bitch down.
Looking around because it all looks the same to them. You can see them looking all over. It's like, where's home?
The only reason I still go on bee removal jobs is I've been blessed by not being stung yet. And I can't say that, I think it's a miracle.
Hopefully we can prevent.
Well, you jinxed it, I'm
Charlie,
sure.
thanks for
We use
all the
steel wool
laughs.
and fill them with the
Thanks for
expanding
kind
foam,
words,
and then
Caleb.
use that to seal up the entrance because nothing can poke through it. Birds, nothing. Oh boy, there are holes everywhere here. A lot of holes up here. Of course, I got nice bare wires here. Hope that's not hot.
What's Smokey doing?
Okay, still will.
He's like arguing with the... Oh, there he is. Smokey over there with no safety equipment at all. He's just immune to bee stings.
In fact, I'm sure of it. Really don't want him to be aggressive here in Tombstone. This is not good.
I got into a hive of them about
Thanks for the
a year
resub,
ago
Tommy.
out here, and they ate the heck out of me. I walked out of them and don't think it saved me with all this hair.
Their job is done.
Thanks, Smokey.
and the
Oh, it's
town
the
is
Men in
safe
Black.
again.
We're just doing the final touches on it.
What kind of
So we're
secret
2
government
miles there, and for
agents
now,
were those walking
gonna
around in
wrap
the
up the
black
ceiling
trench coats and top hats?
and put up the bee trap. Yeah, at this point, they're not going to be aggressive.
Thanks to the Prime Persis.
Reed first became interested in bees in the late 80s when a friend who was working as a bee inspector at the Arizona
The
Department
Southern
of Agriculture
FBI.
supplied him with some European bees to start
Yeah, the Wild
beekeeping.
West.
Honey mustard deluxe.
Everything's got honey mustard in it. Well, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't even be into bees.
Don't blame me.
You're the one that called me. I'm blaming you. You're the one that called me up and said,
Are they eating in a
bag
cave?
of bees for you.
When the killer bees showed up in Arizona 3 years later, Catherine had a bad experience.
What the fuck is this, a bomb shelter?
Name's Johnny, since you may know me as a doctor, scientist, or even a teacher. What you don't know is I watched Charlie to get off.
That's the real Johnny Sins, by the way.
Really aggressive.
Johnny Sins said that.
inside
Because
my,
Aaron
neck.
paid him to
I
once.
didn't know whether to take it off or
I
keep
know.
it on.
I know. What do you do? It's
I
so
know.
confusing.
So I leaped in the back of the pickup, and my partner drove down the road, bumpy dirt road, as fast as the bees would fly off me, and then they followed us.
So you got 30 stings just in the head.
I did. I had a pumpkin head. It was,
Oh, that's a shame. So now we get a little deeper into the lore of why Reed hunts bees now, because his mother got stung so much.
In
It's kind of like
1998,
Batman,
Bisbee
but
was the scene of the
it was his
largest
mom
killer
that
bee
fell into
attack
the
in
well with the
world.
bats.
The bees attacked and stung 17 people, sending 8 to the hospital. It
Thanks
all
to the
started
resub,
at this
Gloves.
downtown building on Brewery Gulch Street, when its owner, inexperienced with killer bees, sprayed raid in the walls.
the bees started coming out. And so he just went back home. He didn't even get stung. But then he started hearing the screams because, of course, the bees, when they perceive a threat, will come out their front door.
The bees immediately left the building and started.
Hey, those aren't bees. That's a Sony Vegas or After
Bee's first
Effects
victim was Deborah Strait,
effect.
who was driving her car with the window
Doesn't even look like
slightly
bees.
open
It's like
when a
falling
few bees
leaves.
entered her vehicle.
So I opened the door so they could.
Who do they think they're
find
fooling
their
with
way
that
out.
CGI
And
garbage?
a whole lot of them came in, and I decided, you want the car? Take the car. So I got out of the car, and then hundreds descended on me. I was batting them away from my head and off my face.
So is this just going to be an anecdotal episode here? I want to see them fight
then
these
I
bees.
realized that they were concentrating on my head. So I took my shirt off to cover my head. And then I realized what was happening.
I didn't have a bra on, so my tits were out flopping everywhere. Pretty sure I gave a couple people some boners.
The first to respond to the scene was police officer David Gonzalez.
I got right to this point where I'm standing now, and I saw
Thanks to
this
the
lady
Prime
screaming,
Borkus
running
and
down,
stand
screaming.
user.
I was screaming, not out of fear so much, but I wanted some help, and I wanted it right now.
Thanks for the resub,
As
Lucky.
soon as I opened my car door, I got totally covered in bees.
He immediately ran up.
What happened? Did they run out of budget to hire Reed and Jim? Why are we getting animated bees here in a story? A creepypasta.
With over 100 stings on his head and down his throat, he was rushed to the hospital.
So I quit calling for help, and I walked to a friend's house right up the street.
Thanks to the Prime Cole.
And used her garden hose to keep them off of my face while she called the police.
That's pretty
Josie
smart
Mitchell
thinking.
was the nurse treating the victims.
When I saw Debbie, it's like nothing I've ever seen before.
Thanks to the Prime
She
Papier.
had bites, hundreds, thousands of them, all over her face, her body, everywhere. And that's just what I could see. It looked like a cheap horror movie with little wax balls all over her face.
I spent a half an hour just throwing up, throwing up, throwing up. And
Damn.
even before the pain set in, my legs would do this, would go into spasms. So I had a lot of venom.
There were stingers everywhere. In her ears.
She should have started
her
gnawing
nose,
on raw
her mouth.
onions. Onions are
Killer
super
bees
good
soon
for like
spread from
infections
Brewery
and
Gulch
shit.
Street to the
Though I
neighboring
don't
streets,
know if it's
attacking
very
anyone in
effective against
sight.
bee venom. I'm just spitballing here. I'm not a bee scientist.
The first medic from the fire department to arrive was Mel Ray.
As soon as I got out of my rig to go around to get my gear on, I just got swarmed, and I had about 200 bees land on my head and my neck. And I ended up getting stung almost 200 times.
I really don't
When I
care for
walked
this
up,
filler
there was
arc.
only one fireman standing here hosing down the bees. And
This
these bees
filler
were stinging
content
birds
here is
flying
not what I'm
overhead.
here for.
They were stinging telephone poles, tires. It was complete mayhem, and it looked like a war scene.
What is it, the
actually.
Falador
They
massacre of
were
killer
being
bees here?
cars
Jesus
parked,
Christ.
doors open,
Nowhere is
running,
safe.
Lights on, police lights on.
There were people running around naked up the street, taking their clothes off, just throwing them off every direction.
Okay, I'm gonna draw the line in the sand there. I don't think that happened.
And Reed as he worked under pressure.
You're telling me you
to seal
got
off the
tits,
bees.
pussies, and cocks flying out everywhere because people are afraid of bees? That's the last thing I'd want to do.
Deborah survived
I wouldn't
over
want to be
500
super
stings,
naked and getting
thanks to
stung on my
immediate medical
labia and
care.
asshole.
Well, I'm glad you're all right. Do you have any scars?
Mentally.
Oh.
That's all. Nothing, you know, nothing. I mean, it didn't affect me. I just.
Yeah, the
it's
story's
something that you
fake.
just- something you'll never forget. It's something you'll never forget.
I've never seen anything like it again. It's probably
Thanks to the Prime,
in a
Biggie.
lifetime thing, and I hope it never happens again.
And thanks to the resub,
Reed is
Aslan.
off to a horse ranch that has 37 horses.
That was the whole
Because
episode
are
there?
numerous
That was
hives
the
on
entire
site,
arc?
He brings his wife, Fabrienne, along to help.
Flashback filler arc?
Address that today for you. Yeah.
Thanks to the resub, Pound Town and Bed Z.
Yeah.
You lived out here long? 18 years. Yeah, I've been down in Bisbee about 21. Wow. Yeah.
The horses are uneasy.
Horses got stung down there?
Yeah, down there they did, yeah.
Yeah. Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
And the horsefly spray, that's what tracks them.
You know, that's happened before. That's happened before. In fact, you know the person.
Well, then don't use
down
it.
there, Jimmy and Norma.
I think I cracked the code.
They lost a horse, you know, a few years ago.
Thanks for the
'cause they
resub,
sprayed
Chris.
that fly stuff on them, and then put them out in the lawn to mow the lawn. 2 horses, and these
Thanks
bees
for
came
the
out of something like this
entrainment
and just
tonight.
Norma said you
Thanks
couldn't
for the
even
kind
see
words, Muskrat.
the horses. It was like clouds. Oh yeah,
Not good.
killed one on the spot.
Wow.
Should have killed the other one.
Yeah.
Chased the dog off, sent
Ooh.
Jimmy to the hospital, stung up Norma.
He
Oh,
sounds
it's amazing.
disappointed. Yeah, it only killed 1 out of 2. I didn't train them
The
well
horse
enough to
rancher brings
assassinate
his
the other
dog
one,
to
but I'm
safety.
still working on it.
In the last few months, Chad's been stung.
I'm still
about
new to
20
this
times
supervillain
in the
stuff.
head. They've got a lot of hives.
I haven't mastered my X-Men gift of controlling bees.
All right. I mean, we got 37 horses around here, plus dogs.
Just
and,
wanted
you know,
to say love your stream and podcast. It makes driving a tractor
Luckily,
less
the first
boring and
hive turns
funny
out to be a
show
small
is RBT Australia.
Well, thank you, lover, and the resub
Reed makes a
Zelo.
fantastic discovery.
check this out. There's a skull.
Hey,
Looks
you
like
should
there's another
watch
one.
the new My
These
Crazy
creatures tried to
Obsession
get
on
in to
Mickey
steal
Mouse.
honey.
It's on the
The bees
TLC
killed them,
channel.
and so if
Love
they can't
you,
move
Dad.
something out
I'll
of
check
the
it out.
hive, they
Thanks to the Prime
mummify it,
Soba.
literally. Another little skull. Totally mummified. Oh, that is so cool. Probably rats. That's what they are. Trying to get honey, of course. Oh, wow. Looks like they killed a bull, too.
Good
Didn't
lord.
mummify very well.
They took down an entire
The
woolly
horses aren't
mammoth?
safe yet. They can smell the danger in the air. Now it's time for the big hive in the shop.
At night, when you go in there, the whole building just roars.
Hi, Zone.
You can hear them. You know, I mean, they're very busy. It sounds like they've been there a while also. Well, we've been there about a year. Uh-huh.
Oh, come on, guys.
Thanks for the resub, Mischievous.
This time, the dogs are kept in the house.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Fabian's primary role on these jobs is to keep the bees calm by smoking them.
Oh, beautiful. Wow.
All right, all right, excuse me, honey. We're gonna move this way. We're gonna try. Get it screwed down. Get it screwed down below. All right, let's break her.
Just use a little elbow grease and yank that bitch off.
Should break pretty clean right there.
Don't show weakness in front of the hive.
Oh my word. Now I'm starting to attack. Oh, hurry on into the house.
Getting high off the
Hurry on into
bees.
the house.
Yeah, it's Reed's
Oh, that
fetish.
beautiful comb. I am impressed. My God, there must be hundreds of pounds of comb here.
On this job, Reed is able to save
So
a
he's,
lot
he's
of
like the
honey.
Heisenberg of killer bee
These are all
honey.
empty because they were ready for use, for storage.
Thanks to the
Just
resub
kinda like
exotic.
They build all their cans, and then when they need to, they can actually fill them up with honey or babies or whatever, and then slap the lids on. This turns into work, man. I don't need to go to the gym, you know.
Thanks to the Prime Cube.
After the bits and the tier 2 sub, this is all I can spare until I get paid next. Much love, Papa Moist.
Reed is happy.
Really, don't
The
worry
bees
about
were calm enough for
allocating a
him to
paycheck
collect
to
a massive
streams,
amount of
man.
honeycomb.
I would say don't
Just
be
focus
doing
on yourself
anything
first and
until
foremost.
sunset today.
Oh, okay.
I appreciate the generosity, but please don't like hurt yourself over it.
A successful job.
Thanks to the Prime
The
Diter.
ranchers and the horses are safe.
Ooh, he's become the bee charmer now. Playing a soothing melody for him.
Walking on the water is the same as this. No need to distinguish bliss. You see the light, you swish the dish.
Who is this, Johnny Cash?
No need to.
I personally have had thousands of stings over the 20 years I've been doing this.
The
Apparently,
bee
as the more you
bard,
get
yeah.
stung, the less
Sounds
resistant
about right.
you are to the bee venom. So therefore, it can come a day when one sting and you could die.
You see it coming and you see it go. When time is up, then you will know that black is white.
My wife, my friends, they definitely worry about me. They'll call me and say, "Are you okay? What'd you do today?"
Thanks to the resub, Evan.
Overheating is our primary concern.
Not the bees.
I suffered a heart attack, and it had been a very, very busy bee season. I had been in the suit every day.
Reed is a very passionate person, and I believe he's always taken risks. You just can't change someone's personality.
Well, he's helping with bees.
Walking on the water, on the water, walking on the water.
Reed gets a call to get rid of a swarm of bees in a backyard.
Damn, we're still going? I thought that was the end.
Is that correct?
Holy
Is that right?
shit.
Yep.
Okay. If they get stung too much, you can give them Benadryl. Same thing that we would take
Okay.
as humans.
Yeah, look at those things right over here. Swarm of bees. We're gonna need a ladder. Okay.
and a bucket. We don't need to smoke them because
Oh, this looks easy.
Mode.
Yeah, this looks like an easy job for him.
Okay.
Thanks for the gift sub, Dieter.
So,
Yeah. All right. You go ahead and get your puppy around front,
Okay.
and then we'll attack these guys. Okay.
Okay.
Here we have a swarm of bees, which is nature's way of propagating the area with bees. You have a hive, an established hive, and certain times of the year, 10, 20, 30% of the bees will take off with the old queen that's already mated and go form a ball of bees in a tree.
Wait, does the queen bee only mate with a single bee out of a colony of 40,000?
You know, something that size will have 7 to 10.
How do they choose who to fuck?
Amazing,
Like the
isn't
biggest
it?
Twitch
We don't
streamer
need
of the bee
smoker for
colony?
this.
I don't
Come
understand.
to daddy. Here we go.
Or maybe she's just railed by the entire
Reed
football
drops the
team?
whole
I'm not
swarm
quite
into
sure
a
how it
bucket.
works.
And this is the most docile state for bees. Although I still wear a suit. I used to be able to do this without a suit on with the Africanized, but not anymore. These bees we're going to release into the wild. They're beneficial, of course, to nature.
They seem
and we don't
calm.
want to hurt them. And it's okay if they live out in the wild. They're just, you don't want them under your house.
Yeah, I guess
Golfers
so,
on this
Edgy.
course have been attacked by killer bees. There's a hive here in a dead oak tree. It's lying in tall, rattlesnake-infested grass.
Ooh, shit.
We heard a rattlesnake, so crossing the fence, you're gonna.
Why did this guy bring a golf club?
Tap everything, pretty good.
He's not even playing
when it
golf.
comes time to run, you'll have a pretty good jump right over that.
Right.
Why'd I give him like a machete or something useful?
The tree is too old to remove, so Reed blocks off the bees' entrances to their hive.
They're coming out right there. Not anymore, they're not.
A lot of people, under the same amount
Thanks
of
for the
stress that
resub,
he has
Sally.
on the job, would completely freak out.
Oh, that's wholesome. Thanks, Sally. Appreciate the tier 1, Yeller. Thank you, man.
The next job is a kid's treehouse that's practically falling down.
Shit. Did they kill the kid too? No survivors? Scorched earth policy from the killer bees?
Here they come.
Reed finds the entrance to one of the hives. The guard bees are getting ready to attack, so he gets the smoker ready.
Game
The cherry
time.
picker doesn't work.
Oh.
That means these guys will have to go up there on a ladder. And the treehouse is very unstable. Climbing ladders with bee suits on is a clumsy and dangerous task.
I think it's about time to get rid of the treehouse then.
That's for sure. We could have 3 hives here. Now we're going to put the ladder up against the roof so that we can actually get a handle on the wood.
I appreciate it, True. I'm
and
sorry if I
pull
did
the,
miss that, man.
Wood off and
But
expose
thank you
the
for
hive.
subbing and
At
a
the
long
same
time of
time,
watching.
I'd really like to have someone in the room, Jim, smoking the bees at the same time that we pull that thing off. See it?
Man, they're just fucking destroying the tree. Oh, shit.
Wow. Oh, my lord.
Man, the dad spent like an entire summer on that, I bet.
Maybe this part we can get from the
All
inside.
undone in an
Smoke
instant.
worked well on these bees to calm them down.
If there was a child up here, say with her friends, and they accidentally poked a hole in a wall, or if they just simply bumped against the wall, and the bees started coming and attacking them through the window,
They'd be dead in
whoever
an
died, they would
instant.
have had to crawl down the stairs somehow, and it's very unnerving when you're attacked.
Yeah. That's why I don't go outside. Or make tree houses.
Okay, the next step here, since we removed the comb, is to save as many bees as possible and hope we get the queen. We're gonna just take handfuls of bees now. All right, come on, girls. That's right.
Yeah, I know,
Because the
those
bees are
high
now
stakes.
docile,
Thanks for the
we can
resubs,
gather
Giraffe.
handfuls and we'll be able to release them into the wild for fruit pollination. Since killer bees are the only honeybees left in Arizona, they are necessary for farming.
Now we have another hive over here. Wiener bees.
God, this poor treehouse.
They're stinging. Oh boy, here they come. Look at them pour out of there. You got another bucket? This one's a bad one.
The bees are attacking.
Bees are bad.
The smoker
Bad
didn't work
bees.
as well on this hive.
Stop it, you guys. Oh, stop it. Okay,
Hello, Charlie. After listening to the recent podcast episode, I'd like to reach out to you.
It turns out
If
this other
you're
hive
looking
is
for
much
someone
bigger
to
than
do
they
concept
expected.
art for Hard Turbo, my brother is a graphic designer and can email his portfolio.
Send
to
that
me.
shit over. For sure. What the fuck is going on? It better not be a fucking cockroach.
A total of 8 feet
Not
of comb.
again.
I cannot believe this. I haven't seen this kind of comb for a long time.
Wow, this is a huge hive. There's got to be 100,000
Yeah, have him send that shit over.
Bees in here. Damn it, I got stung on the little finger right through the glove. I hate it.
Thanks for the gift sub, Kuda.
These people are good to go. They can tear that thing down and be safe. You see, they're dead already. Very humane way to do it, because they die immediately. That's a wrap. We did it. Big one.
Now that I know that these killer bees also pollinate, I don't like that they kill them.
North and into the more populated areas
That's
of the United
upsetting.
States, people are going to need to be educated about what not to do and what to do with these bees. If you get attacked,
Pollination's so fucking important.
cover your head and head for cover. That's the only advice I can really give about it. Run as fast as you can, straight line, none of the zigzags.
I thought all bees pollinated, but when we first started this, a bunch of pseudo-intellectuals spam, they don't pollinate. They don't pollinate. They're useless.
Life is short, and that's where the flavor comes
So initially I was rooting against them, but now I'm rooting for them. And then he goes back, fucks his wife on a bed made of bee carcasses. Goddamn hero, Reed. An American hero.